Hello and welcome to Game 3 of the MYI versus MYM. That's Meet Your Makers and My Insanity, guys, for the Acer Teamstory Cup Qualifiers, European Edition. Baldy, take it away.
In the bottom left-hand corner, spawning as the red Protoss, our first Protoss of this set. From MYM, Meet Your Makers, it is Krolu.
And his opponent in the top right corner is the blue Terran. It is My Insanity's Tarson.
I just assume you have like an accent with it because it's got that little thing above the zero.
Well, Krolu, yeah, I don't actually. I think it's pronounced Krolu. I'm not sure. I know I've talked to him about this at least once in Zotac, and I'm pretty sure it's like Krulu. But man, you can't spell your name with one O and expect me to go Krulu.
Yeah, come on, man. I don't care how many dashes you got above letters. I take it face value.
It's like it'd be worse too if you had like an umlaut over the U in his name as well. Krolum or something weird like that.
Oh yeah, because that's how you pronounce umlaut over here.
Well, how did you do it? Like an umlaut in a word makes sense, but I've never seen an umlaut at the end of a word, so I don't know how you would pronounce that.
A reason for that, but I still don't think even if there was one at the end, it wouldn't be like, "Hey, my name's Jack."
Oh man, you know what? I natively speak English, Baldy, but I barely do that.
Hey, natively.
Well, Tarson has taken down Dragon, the Terran player. He's taken down Shayers, the Zerg player. I'm not too shocked that they've chosen to throw a Protoss at him. This is getting kind of scary though, Baldy, because this is a best of 9, mind you. So, I mean, Tarson he started off the day well. I would not be too surprised if he got a little bit further in this series, but, I mean, you can only go so long. It's really hard to all kill in a best of 9 series.
Indeed it is. But, you know, Tarson's been showing very strong play. So we'll have to see what he has in store for his Protoss opponent. We have the very, very common right now expansion, gateway expansion in the base. I mean, I know it's been very common for this matchup.
Gateway First is actually starting to make a bit of a resurgence here with Heart of the Swarm, and the biggest reason for this is because of the Mama Core. The Mothership Core just... It's so silly. If Tarson were to open Reapers, Mothership Core not only protects the base, but it also can go and offensively harass the mineral line, because one Marine's not enough to deal with it. You need about 2 or 3 to take it down. I mean, the DPS is low, but when there's not a lot to shoot it back, it's pretty good. Meanwhile, though, I want to point out Krolu he's hidden a probe over here. And there we go, pylon down.
Yeah, so, very commonplace for pylons. We also see it at the kind of top 12 o'clock position. Around that position, you see them very commonly as well.
I'm truly curious what this intends, though. I mean, a 4-gate is still not out of the question. This is why I hate Protoss builds, by the way, because like you can't guess what's happening until you see how many gateways are in the field. You're like 7 gates, oh, probably Century Immortal. Oh, 4 gates, all in. 3 gates, pressure. But like gas, pylons, supply, none of that seems to ever matter.
It's like Think's going 4-gate, actual goes 8-gate.
Yeah. And double gas too. I mean, I don't know a single Protoss player that doesn't double gas now. I mean, it used to be, oh, you're going double gas, it's going to be tech, it's going to be DTs, it'll be bling something, but no, everybody just incorporates double gas into pretty much every single Protoss build right now.
Yeah, especially, I guess it makes sense because that Mothership Core does take 100 gas, so if you're trying to get a warp gate as well as the Mother Core out, you need that double gas.
Tarson actively scouting for pylons too, but unfortunately
Stalker.
On the wrong half of the map.
Yeah, that Stalker was a bit overzealous, if I may say so myself.
No, it's a stalker, not a zealot.
I know, but...
Sorry. Well, we do have a Widowmine down, placed very nicely. Mothership Core, though, coming across the field with these stalkers. Should be able to poke in here and do a little bit of damage, but that Widowmine will take out one of these stalkers, no question about it.
That's kind of crazy how early you can get a Widowmine out.
Oh, God. Oh. It's always beautiful watching those things hit.
Second one about to pop. There we go.
Yeah, they should drive Krolu back home for the time being. I'm gonna expand behind this. So I mean, this was just a poke. This wasn't him trying to cause any crazy amounts of damage. Okay, he knows what Widowmine's on the field. No point losing more units than necessary. But oh Baldy, Widowmine's in this medevac.
Yeah. Are we gonna have the notorious Widowmines in the minerals?
Oh, and he's gonna find the pylon too at the same time. So this is actually a great pylon from Krolu, as it does scout out that medevac, but also Tarson now knows that the proxy pylons there will go clean it up with the Marines.
We do have an expansion from Krolu and the robot actually, so there we go. I was wondering when to get the extra gates come down. These stalkers are in position though, so I think this should be deflected. There's medevac.
Well, the Middleweights don't need a lot. They just need to burrow. The reality is, you know, there's nothing that can really detect this for so long. The Observer, it's on the way. I mean, he'll have it, but it takes so long to get it out initially. And oh, that first one of mine does not get any damage caused whatsoever.
Oh, there's one on the below ground.
Yeah, it's gonna get cleaned up as well. Tarson just needs to save this medevac. Oh!
Tried to save the mine, almost lost both, but it's a nice deflection from Krolu there.
Yeah, I mean, meanwhile, back at home, Tarson's just playing this pretty standard. He's doing these cool little pokes, but kind of like the 2 Stalker poke, it's nothing crazy all in. He's not wasting a lot to get it done. If he lost that medevac, that would actually be quite significant, but retaining it, he's got a bunker, he's got a Widow Mine at home. Krulu's not going to break him anytime soon. And now I'm really curious, we've seen, I'm sure you've seen the videos on YouTube and Reddit and what have you, with how strong Void Rays are right now.
Yeah.
Krolu, I like that he's chosen not to go with the Stargate because of how many Marines are on the field early on. It kind of says, okay, you're going infantry, which is actually Tarson's weapon of choice for this game, but I mean, they're still so good. Even just having one out to break that bunker type thing, take out tanks, whatever it is you need to do. I don't know, a lot of I just like seeing Protoss players incorporate them, but it's also pretty classic to stick with the Robo Gateway combination as well.
Yeah, it's a good point about, like, even though I haven't necessarily seen a lot of Heart of the Swarm games because of being away, but the Marine openings, like, it's so common now because, like you said, you know, Void Rays or Oracles, those kind of Stargate openings are so common. So if you can use that to your advantage as a Protoss player and mix things up a little bit, you know, it could come to your favor.
Well, we finally have the Twilight Council come down. Now, I'm curious if this would charge your Blink. I mean, he's seen the amount of Marauders on the field. Blink will definitely be handy, but I kind of feel Zealots with Charge right now are super deadly and stupid to try and deal with.
Yeah, it definitely requires a lot of micro. Now, with the Sentries coming through as well, perhaps I think that might just be the case. If he can trap the bio in with some force fields and then hone in on the Zealots, might be able to do a significant amount of damage.
Well,
but
the thing...
would you have... Sorry, go.
You must consider, remember, the time warp on the mothership, you're like, oh, you're going to stim and run away? I don't think so. It's not exactly a force field, but it's enough to make it so the Zealots can connect and do a ton of damage. And I've been having a lot of fun with, yeah, there we go, Charge coming out of Twilight Council. I like that choice. But yeah, personally on Ladder, I've been having some random adventures, and when I get Protoss, I really like the combination of Zealots and the Mothership Core. Time Warp allows you to stay there once you've actually charged and get a couple extra hits off.
Man, it's a really good point, actually. I love the Time Warp. I remember when it used to be on the Oracle, that was kind of crazy. How many you could just milk the entire field with them.
Well, that's what I find interesting, because when it was on the Oracle, people rarely utilized it. And now that's on the Mothership Core, people love it.
Yeah.
But I feel like we're going to see a Photon Overcharge more than a Time Warp here, and it's quite necessary. Oh, he put it on the main, which I find questionable. So both... I guess he was predicting some sort of drop to come up behind this, but without charge done yet, these Zealots are not getting too much done. A couple Stalkers in this Nexus, though, are causing a ton of damage, and with those force fields, Tarson will probably be forced to retreat from this fight.
That looks so silly. Looking at a Nexus that says kills 4 on it.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's not so much the damage, just the range. Look at this. It reaches out the entirety of that entrance.
I know, but no, it's just
now
something
Krolu,
funny about it.
Having used it so early on his Nexus in the main is not going to have it. It's going to get some shots off, but it's going to be wearing off here in just about a second. There it is, gone.
We also did see a drop from Krolu into the main. It got taken out relatively easily, but something to note that there is a Warp Prism out in the field.
Alright, well, Zealots with Charge actually going to now have a pretty easy time contending with his Bioforce. That first hit, the Marauders, man, the Concussive Shell really just nullifies the damage potential even of Zealots. But Tarson, as always, just with a big supply lead. That seems to be his thing for this entire series. I know everyone knows Tarson for holding, but I kind of know Tarson for having a stupid supply lead.
Stimming in. He's actually going to get these Archons before they morph. Really nice win there. Or I guess one of them at least.
Well, look at the stutter step coming out of Tarson. This is beautiful to watch. If you're the Protoss player, this is terrible to watch. But as a Terran player, this is magnificent.
Oh, he's even going to smash this Mother Core before it does anything. So many Marauders on the field. 14 Marauders, 12 Marines. Any amount of Stalkers or buildings or anything like that are going to go down instantly. And it's looking pretty grim. Looks like Tarson might be getting 3 kills early.
Yeah, the timing of this is really nice too, because those +2 weapons are not finished. GG, well played.
Boom. Tarson on a roll.
Alright guys, stay tuned for game number 4.